Hey folks, Chris Waters here at E3 2011, and as you can tell from the screen behind me, we're checking out Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. With me is Dan Ayoub, executive producer of publishing at 343 Industries, to talk about this much anticipated remake, revamp, a whole awesome project. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Now, a lot of fans are clamoring for it. As you were telling us, how's it been to work on this project that's such a labor of love for a lot of the community?
It's been fantastic to work on. I mean, this is something the community's been asking for a really long time. We're thrilled to be able to give this to them at this point. But, it's a little daunting, right? I mean, this is the game that launched a generation of console shooters. And there's always that fear that, you're going to touch sacred ground. But, we've been really diligent. We've been listening to the fans. We've got a great team that loves Halo. And we think we've knocked it out of the park. We're really excited.
And now earlier you were showing us off a level, the Silent Cartographer, and the game is looking sharp, but it really kicked into view when you showed off this cool new feature you guys put in there that allows people to really appreciate how far you've come. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So, my favorite feature of the game, it's easily classic mode. So what classic mode lets you do is, at the touch of a button, you can go back and see the game as it looked 10 years ago. So we've obviously spent a tremendous amount of time bringing the game to a modern age, making it look like a full 360 game. The game looks fantastic. But, we always say this is a game for the fans, and we want the fans to be able to relive what the game looked like and played like 10 years ago. And classic mode's one of the ways we do that. So at any point through the campaign, touch a button, you flip back to classic mode, and it's really pretty shocking. I mean, everyone has these memories because, Halo 1 looked so fantastic at the time. It was groundbreaking, and it's just fantastic to be able to go back just from a history standpoint and say, oh yeah, cool, this is how it looked 10 years ago, but there's also, wow, this is what it looked like 10 years ago. And people are just eating it up, so we're really excited about that one.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about how folks are going to get to play this. Cooperative action was a big part of Combat Evolved. That's made a return?
Yep, we've got two-player co-op over live. Really excited about that. And we've got a huge multiplayer mode as well. Check that out a little bit as well.
That's right, the multiplayer mode that maps those folks have been clamoring for years. We're getting a bunch of those back as well. You want to talk a little bit about some new touches you're putting in there for the folks?
Yep, absolutely. We're going to have 7 multiplayer maps, some of the favorites from the times, and one of those is going to be a firefight map as well. The multiplayer maps look spectacular. We were showing Damnation today, and we were able to give you guys kind of an example of, hey, here's how it looked 10 years ago, here's how it looked now.
All right, Dan, tell folks when they can get their hands on it and how much it's going to cost them.
So November 15th, 2011, exactly 10 years from the launch of the original game, and it's $39.99.
Thank you so much for the interview, Dan. Much appreciated. Folks, for more on Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, be sure to check out our full written preview on GameSpot.com.